What you put on your Facebook profile could be the difference between a date and no date. So there's a new survey about how social media affects your love life. Did you know that 25% of people admit using sites like Facebook or MySpace to help their dating life? And in a surprise twist, 39% of women find it a turn-on if a man lists video games as a personal interest. I have a story about that in a second. So joining us to discuss is Karen Moran. She is community manager for JaneNation.com. It's an online women's community for sharing ideas and stories. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So that video games thing, I mean, there's something to that, because I got to tell you, I have the greatest husband ever and he loves them. So maybe there's something to that, ladies. But, you know, we see a lot of these surveys, and obviously there is a brand new survey coming out where it says 40% judge a potential mate, their profile, whether it's a Facebook profile or something else. They judge it as important. And also 41% will friend someone that they're interested in getting to know. You are really over this, this online women's community for sharing ideas and stories. What do you find?
I think it's really pretty much true. One of the things that I asked our community when we were actually talking about this was, you know, have you ever been hit on through any of these channels or anything like that? And a lot of women came back and said yes. And while they could understand, you know, while it's great because you can get insight that you may not necessarily get, they felt that Twitter in general was almost like a singles bar sometimes. And, you know, it was not necessarily used in the way that it should be used, but it also just gave really great insight into, you know, somebody, if they're only friending women or if that's all that they have, and maybe some inappropriate pictures that they put on, that type of thing. So
I know I'm always careful about what people tag me in, what goes on my Facebook page. And if you're looking for a potential mate, if you're single and you know that someone's going to use this as a way to kind of investigate you, what are you finding that the people really don't like to see that will turn them off immediately and cause them to not go out with you?
Again, it's just kind of looking at, you know, if it depends on how your profile is set up, if you have it open, if it's not open, that type of thing. But you can really kind of see a lot of that. If all of their friends, they have 400 friends and 350 of them are women, there's obviously something kind of sketchy going on. If they're only friending women lately, that's really kind of insight. But again, just looking at any of those things in there. If there's profile pictures that, you know, are really kind of colorful. Every now and then, we were talking beforehand about a YouTube video I recently found with someone that just was shocked that, you know, they actually put that out on the internet. So it's kind of interesting.
And in a way, I mean, if you block somebody that's interested in potentially dating you, then you know, that can turn them off. So I guess in a way there is a positive side to this, because someone can really get a good idea of who someone is by looking at their profile, or possibly.
Yeah, very much so, because it doesn't seem like a lot of people actually know the ins and outs of Facebook and how to go in and set your privacy settings. So that's really kind of something that's, you know, key to be able to look and do that research and investigate.
One last quick question: how serious do people take those statuses? I knew I was officially engaged when I put it on Facebook.
I think they do actually take it, because it seems to be one of the things that you know, people really kind of look towards. Facebook actually just put out some stats last year that almost 44 million people went ahead and changed their relationship status to single last year. So it was really kind of interesting that so many people are really kind of looking into that. But
all right, Karen, thank you so much for coming in. Very interesting topic. We appreciate it too.